Hi, I'm Ashley, the Monogram Mompreneur. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today we are going to make an in the hoop personalized stroller tag for Disney World. I am so excited. We are going on a magical vacation and I love having a stroller tag on our stroller when we're at Disney, just because when you park your stroller, sometimes the cast members will move it to make room or move things around, and it's so hard to find. So if you have something that stands out, colorful and labeled, your stroller won't get hidden in the sea of black strollers. As always, I will link everything I used today in the description box below, including the machines, the design, and the fonts. So let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to use some craft foam. This is Silly Winks from Hobby Lobby, super affordable, that comes in all different colors. We're going to use this beautiful pink pin dot fabric, and I'm going to decide on the ribbons at the end. And we're also going to use quite a few layers of tearaway stabilizer. So the design I bought had great instructions, so make sure when you buy this design, just look at that PDF. It's so informative. I'm just going to give you a quick run through, and hopefully this inspires you to make one for your next trip to Disney. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I do is I imported this design into my Embroidery software, and then I added our family name and the word family. And you can see I put it before the last step, because the last step will do like a tack down stitch for an extra piece of fabric. So if you want a nice clean back, that's what we do. Next, I'm going to take my 8x9 Mighty Hoop. You can make a bigger design. I think I made the 5x7 stroller tag. I saw some bigger ones at Disney. And I'm just cutting 3 layers of this all stitch tearaway. I'm making it bigger than my hoop. Oh, yeah, 4 layers, 3 to 4 layers, whatever you think. And then I am just hooping it. And now we're going to put it on my Melco EMT16X embroidery machine. Again, you can make this design bigger, but this 8x9 worked great for this. Now I'm just setting it up, and I'm going to trace my design to make sure it's in the frame, make sure I have enough room. And now that it's traced, I'm going to go ahead and get the first step started. This will be the placement stitch of where I'll place the foam and the fabric. So now that it's done with the placement stitch, I'm going to take my craft foam, again from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to cut it to fit inside my Mighty Hoop. And now that I know that that fits, I'm going to go grab my fabric, my cute little pin dot fabric. I'm going to iron some of the wrinkles out with my Cricut mini iron because it's wrinkly. And now I'm going to place this right on top of my craft foam. I'm not going to use any spray adhesive on this. I'm actually going to use a little bit of tape and just make sure to keep my fingers out of the way. So there I am going to tape it to some extra spots I have, just so there's no movement. I want to make sure those dots stay straight and don't get all wonky during the stitch process. Okay, and I'm also going to move my presser foot to 2 clicks just to make sure, because I thickened that area. I don't want it gouging or breaking a needle. All right, now it's time for the tack down stitch. So it's going to tack down that fabric and foam to my stabilizer. So now that that tack down stitch is almost complete, there we go. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut the fabric around this edge of this stitch. This way it's a nice clean stitch out. So I'm just going to do like I would an applique shirt. I'm cutting around that fabric, leaving the foam down. Don't cut the foam yet. And I am just trimming around as close as I can without cutting the tack down stitch. Now I'm going to take my lint roller and just get some of that extra like fray and fabric out the way. And now we are ready for our satin stitching and all our beautiful little designs and fonts. And then I ended up adding one more click to my presser foot because I noticed it was kind of gouging into the foam. So just be mindful when you're doing stuff, just adjust your presser foot as needed and you will learn what exactly each thing you're embroidering needs. All right, now let's get to these beautiful designs. I love this stroller tag. I did a more unisex one last year and I went for the girly mini one this year. So let's let it stitch out. Alright, now that it has finished all the designs and our name and all the embroidery we went on there, we're going to take our extra piece of fabric to cover the stitches in the back, and we are going to use some 505 spray and some tape, and we are just going to put that on, and we're going to place it back on the machine to do the final little tack down stitch, and then it's going to do the satin stitch around the edges. So here it's just doing the little tack down to make sure that fabric adheres to the back. It's not necessary, but I chose to put some fabric on the back to cover the stitches, and now I'm just going to trim around just like I would an applique. So I'm going to trim that back fabric all the way around close to the stitches. Clean up any edges I see on the front, and now we're going to place this back on the machine to do that final satin stitch around the edge. Now it's time to stitch those buttonholes where the ribbon will go through. So now that it is complete, we're going to take it off our machine. Look how gorgeous that is. And I'm going to take it off the hoop, and I'm gently going to tear away each layer of the tear away stabilizer, just gently pulling around. Now we're going to tear off the foam section. So look how easy that is to tear off. It got nice and perforated, and it looks gorgeous. So I'm going to take it and clean up some of those jump stitches or any squirrely little threads I see. And then I'm also going to go through and poke my buttonholes. Be very careful when you're doing this, but I'm just taking a seam ripper and my little scissors, and that's going to be the hole where we put the ribbon. All right, now this, you don't have to do this. I am just cleaning up a little bit of the edges. I'm kind of like trying to get those little threads cleaned up with the lighter. You don't want to touch it, you just want to get close. And there it is. I think it turned out so good. I'm gonna choose my ribbons, and you can do whatever you want with your ribbon choice. This is what I chose. I think it turned out perfect. Okay, that is it for today's video. What do you guys think of this? I think it turned out so good. I am so excited to put this on our stroller on our upcoming Disney trips so we can spot our stroller a little easier. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and tag me on Instagram if you decide to make one for yourself. I'd love to see your creations. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and you can check out a few of my other Disney videos if you're interested in a few more. Bye for now.